From Ararat to Colac and across the Central Highlands, this is ABC Ballarat.
Keep an eye on some of the anniversary track choices as they come in. For the 17th consecutive year, the Focus on Ability Short Film Festival has been on again this year. It's returned. And the aim is to highlight the abilities of people who have disabilities. It showcases short films and documentaries that celebrate their talents and some of their achievements. 3 years in a row, Neville Hiatt has been selected as a finalist in the Focus on Ability Short Film Festival. He's in once again, and he's on the phone. Neville, good morning.
Good morning, Steve. Can I vote for Eye of the Tiger?
You can vote for Eye of the Tiger. Let me just mark that one down for you.
Thanks.
All right, 3 years in a row. Congratulations on that achievement.
Thank you very much. It's a wonderful competition to be a part of, and I wish I had entered it before 3 years ago.
Tell me about the Focus on Ability Film Festival.
It's just awesome. There's such an eclectic mix of people entering, whether it's from different walks of life, different disabilities, different abilities, different skill levels in being able to produce a film. And to see all that coming together to showcase people's abilities and their creativity, and a lot of humour as well goes into some of these films. It's just a wonderful competition to be a part of.
So before we get to this year's entry, what have you done in previous years? What sort of entries have you put in?
So the last 2 years I've entered both the open category and the documentary category for Australia. The documentary category, for the first year I did a short documentary on myself, very easy to do, don't have to ask anyone's permission. And for the open category, I actually did a animation based on a children's picture book that I started back when I was part of Ballarat Writers years ago. So it was good to see that the book never got published, but the short film got created. So that was kind of cool to see that come to life.
Okay, tell me about your story. Have you made a documentary about yourself? Tell listeners your story.
Yes, my story actually won the Ballarat, ABC, Melbourne Short Story Writers 50 or 100 word story, whatever it was, competition a few years ago too. Probably the last time you guys had me on air. It's been an interesting journey, full of a few accidents here and there and trials and tribulations as we all happen, up to the last one where I came off the bike a couple of years ago and shattered the collarbone, and 3 years later still recovering from it. So, but you just keep going. Doesn't matter what happens. You just got to keep putting one foot in front of the other.
So what's the film offering this year? Because it's not just a film that you've contributed. I've got a bit of the audio that you sent through that I'll play in a moment. But tell people about the film you've produced and how this came about.
Yeah, so this year's film, I actually had an idea for a different film, which hopefully I'll be able to do next year. I just didn't have the time and the capabilities to get it done this year. So I was sitting there going, I really want to enter this competition. I don't want to miss out. And for the last year, I've been writing a lot of song lyrics for Endless Refrain and started putting down song lyrics about what my thoughts and feelings about missing this competition and focusing on people's abilities rather than disabilities and what that meant to me. And lo and behold, the song came to be. And then once the song was done, I'm like, well, now I want to put visuals to it and make a music video. And I'm like, how do I do that? And I knew someone who had started doing a mosaic mural of a landscape. And I'm like, that I think would work. So I called them up and I said, hey, I don't know if you're open to it, but would you be interested in letting me use your mosaic mural? And I create a stop motion film, which I'd never done before.
Right.
Yeah, they said yes. It was quite a few painful days of shooting this stop motion film and editing it together. And by the end of it, the few other people that have seen it before the competition are going, yep, you've got something good there.
So it's stop motion, and the song, you wrote the song and produced the song, but you didn't sing the song. Who did you get to sing the song?
Ambria Bella is singing the song. And yeah, it came up really well.
It did come up really well. It sounds great. The name of the song is what?
F.O.A.
Okay, let's have a little bit of a listen. And I understand this might be the first time this has been played publicly. Is that right?
This is a world exclusive for ABC Ballarat.
We always like a world exclusive. This is F.O.A. by Neville Hiatt.
Your heart can touch their ears. Your love can bring them to tears. Your disabilities doesn't mean you need to be. Lights may cloud your mind, but when you seek it, the truth you can F.O.A. We do it our way. You may have full function of all your limbs, but you can touch others in ways no one else.
So, Neville, it's not an easy thing to write and have lyrically to get the message out there as well. So it's quite extraordinary. It sounds so lush. It really does, the producing of it. What do you want to happen with the song and the film clip, essentially?
Well, hopefully connect with people and encourage them that no matter what they're dealing with, whether it's a visible disability or an invisible disability, because there's a lot of people in our community with invisible disabilities that people may not think there's anything wrong with them, but there's something that they could probably get some better assistance with or acknowledgement of. And yeah, hopefully, personally, I mean, it's in the competition. The voting opens Wednesday next week, the 30th of July, online at focusonability.com.au. So hopefully people vote for it.
So who's allowed to vote for it? Anyone?
Anyone, yeah. Anyone's allowed to vote for it. It's only open for... Actually, this week, the international entries, as far as the overall competition goes, are on. Mm-hmm. So you can go on to focusonability.com.au now. Well, after your show, of course.
Yes, of course.
And look at the international entries and vote for them. You can vote for different categories. That's okay. And then, yeah, next week, as of Wednesday, you can look at the Australian ones.
All right, so people will be able to go on the website, they'll be able to watch the short films, and then they can choose who they'd like to vote for.
Yeah, yeah.
Can I ask also, just from a technical point of view, how long did it take, because it's about 4 minutes, for that stop motion, how long did that actually take you to create?
Not as long as it should have. And for anyone who doesn't know what stop motion is, in case that's a foreign term to some people, think of Wallace and Gromit or Pingu. You're literally moving a character millimetre by millimetre and taking photographs and then stitching that all together and creating a fluid movement. I think it was shot over 3 days and 1,300 plus photos.
On what? On a phone or on a camera?
On an actual camera, yeah.
Yep.
I did think of doing it on a phone just to do the landscape ratio a bit easier. And because phones are so good these days, but yeah, I do have an actual proper camera, so I did get to use that, having not used it for a couple of years. So, but yeah, no, it literally took about 2 weeks to do it from start to finish, and it should have been 2 months, but.
Yeah, that was to meet the deadlines for the entry into the film festival.
Yeah.
There's always a deadline.
Neville, good. You get stuff done.
Yeah. Good luck with the film and the song, and hopefully through that, it does get out there. People do get to hear it and get to see the work that you've done and entered into this competition. And thanks for getting up early and having a chat.
No worries. Thanks for having me on air. Appreciate it.
Neville Hiatt is local filmmaker and in the Focus on Ability Short Film Festival for the 3rd year. The film festival's been around for, I think, as we said at the very start, for about 17 years consecutively. But Neville's been in for the last 3, so he's in the finals. And it will be available to view in about a week's time on the Focus on Abilities website for the Short Film Festival, so you can keep an eye out for that. And his piece, the song is called F.O.A, and stop motion film. You'll see it pretty easily. It's pretty well done as well. It's 11 minutes to the news, coming up at 7 o'clock.